T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. All three engines up and burning. 2, 1, 0, and liftoff. The final liftoff of Atlantis.
Booster officer confirms main engine cutoff. For the last time, the space shuttle's main engines have fallen silent as the shuttle slips into the final chapter of a storied 30-year adventure.
Doug Hurley and I are about to take NASA's SpaceX Demo 2 mission to the International Space Station.
This is the quote-unquote test flight to prove end-to-end from launch to docking to ISS operations and then entry, descent, and landing.
The fundamental purpose of the Demo 2 mission is to get certification for future missions from SpaceX to the International Space Station.
We haven't had U.S. launch capability since the end of the shuttle program, and so this reestablishes our capability to fly crews to and from the ISS on a regular basis. Okay, so the major steps, I think the first major step is what we call the dry dress. So we'll go down there a few days before the launch. We'll do a dress rehearsal where we go into the vehicle with our suits, interact with the vehicle, and just make sure everything is ready to go. Then there's launch day.
It's really kind of designed that launch day is kind of relaxed. It doesn't get busy until you actually, get into orbit.
Roughly 4.5-ish hours. You'll start to get your comfort garments on, you'll get a weather brief, and then you'll go get suited up. And it's the same suit up room that astronauts have been using since Apollo.
When you go through the launch day preparations, there's a lot of moments that kind of stand out to you. One is the kind of the celebratory piece of it, which is that you're kind of walking out of the suit up room.
We'll get out to the vehicle, jump on the elevator. We'll have a closeout crew out there, obviously.
Core on countdown 1 at T-minus 2 hours and 46 minutes. The crew has arrived at the White Room and its ingress is in progress on schedule.
And then the fueling will start roughly 30 to 35 minutes prior to launch. We go through the whole fueling process, and then ideally we're off to the races.
We've also just heard the call. The crew access arm retraction is underway. Everything but the weather's go, and the weather is trending in the right direction.
Dragon, SpaceX, go for launch.
SpaceX Dragon, we're go for launch. Let's light this candle.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition. Liftoff. Godspeed, Spot and Doug.
America has launched. So rises a new era of American spaceflight, and with it the ambitions of a new generation continuing the dream.
About a 9 to 10 minute ride to orbit, and then it's about a 15-hour rendezvous to the space station.
This flag was first flown on STS-1. It was then later flown at the end of the space shuttle program on STS-135, of which Doug happened to be a crew member on that mission as well. STS-135 brought this flag to the space station with the intent that it would be returned with the first commercial crew rocket that would launch from Florida.
I think that the mission that we have in front of us and the success that we're going to have is a representation of America. Bringing it back to the Florida coast is a really, really cool thing to see how many people from across the country have to pull together to pull something like this off. It's just, it's inspiring to me, and I'm just excited to be a part of it. On a deeply personal level, I'm really excited that my son is get a chance to see me launch into space. Being an astronaut has been a little bit of an abstraction thing for him because he's seen me do it in old videos, but he hasn't seen me do it for real.
Bring up your good behavior.
Are you gonna listen to mommy and make her life easy?
We're hopeful that future crews on Dragon vehicles headed to NASA space stations aren't cursing our names because we accepted some feature that was complicated and hard to train, and in the end hard to operate. That they're like, yeah, I can't understand. I don't even remember why that's so easy, but it is so easy, and so that they forget about us because they don't have anything to curse our names over.